Hi, I'm Khalid Machchat, and I'm here to talk to you about the initiative spirit. So, I would love to have a bit of a poll. Um, do I have anyone with me here? Great. So, I have Reem, I have Iman. Hi, Reem. Loving the thumbs up. What do I have besides Reem? Can you comment? All right. So, let's start by explaining what the initiative spirit is. So, sometimes when either you're at work or you're at school, and you have a great course. Do you hear me? No? How about now? Is the voice back? Do you hear me, Reem? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So as I said, oh, okay. All right, all right. Do you hear me now? All right, great. Alhamdulillah. All right. So I was talking about this situation where you are in school or at work and you find something interesting. Whether it is, I don't know, a new article, I don't know, a small problematic that you have in work, or just a course that you're interested by. So what you do is when you get home, you kind of go back into that and either try to find a solution if there was a problem, or just, read it and want to know more. That's what we call a curiosity peak. So basically, you're not challenged with everything that happens, either in school or at work. But there is sometimes just a few things that push you to have the initiative to dig deeper and further. Those things are indicators of what you really want to do with your time. I'll give an example. Um, when I started my engineering school, I didn't have, well, I wasn't really challenged. So basically, you go, you study, come back. When the exam comes, um, you prepare for it, and then you go and you pass it or not, or have to retake it. But basically, you know, you're just learning and crashing out what you learned. And that's not the way education and lifelong learning should be. Um, but we had, what do you call it? We have a course that is called communication techniques. But within, we do a lot of projects and a lot of sorts of projects. The project that we got from a poll is a movie. Doing a short movie, 30 minutes, about a certain topic or problematic, and it should be, it should have a scenario. So basically, not a documentary. So in that moment, I felt that connection. I felt that, okay, I want to go further with this. This is interesting. And I became the movie director and started writing the scenario. And I found out that most of my free time goes into that. That's how you know that this is what you deep down want to learn. The difficulty is to allow yourself to go into that, and that's the initiative spirit. So, first to start, you need to go and experience things, experience learnings, even if it's just an introductory learning. But you need to go out there because what you want to learn and what you desire, you can't just stay there and wait for it to come to happen. So it starts from the initiative spirit, which is going to whatever you want to do. Even if you don't want to do it and you get proposed to do something, friends, as Will Smith says, he was in Dubai and some of the friends tell him, okay, we go skydiving tomorrow. He says, okay, let's go. That, that spirit of pushing forward, that spirit of going into uncharted territory, that when you get to that point where going out of your comfort zone becomes your comfort zone, that's the sweet spot for a leader. But for people that are starting throughout that journey, they need to at least push themselves to once in a while do that kind of thing. A lot of people, they stumble upon something, some activity of mine that has nothing to do with my professional side. And they're always like, how do you do that? How do you go from engineering to dancing? How does that work? How do you go from dancing to motocross to extreme sports, from that to international speaker, whatever? How do how do you find the time? That's the first one, which is a very big mistake, very big misconception of how how time is built. Hi. It seems that it cut for some reason. Um, anyway, I'm back here. If Reem and Iman can follow up here. Guys, are we here? Hey, guys, can you follow through here? Hey, guys. All right. Um, People that come in, can you comment just to know who's with me? All right. All right. So, as I was saying, it's a huge mistake to think that that you can go through life with um, just doing whatever you're told to do, and that's the reason why I'm saying this, because as I was talking about my experience, and people understand time really wrong, because, well, what do you do when you get home? Um, uh, I'm talking about, normal life. I'm not talking about people that are already, going out there, doing a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm talking about, a normal day. You either go to work or go to school and then come back, and you binge watch stuff basically, and and or you play video games, or I don't know, you go to the kitchen or whatever. Um, but the thing is, if you just try to do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just after you just come back, you take 30 minutes, you wind down, you take a shower, you get some rest, and then go. And for 45 minutes, you go into a topic that you've never studied before or you never went to before. There are many great websites that that help with that and that give that. You can go to Curiosity. You can go to, if you are into STEM, you can go to IFL Science. If you are into business, you can go into Business Insider, and you can go and check them out. You know, um, and do that with the utmost empty spirit. Just go and read. And I prefer reading than watching, because it's more into the initiative spirit than watching. Um, when you go and you read something that you didn't know about before, or you weren't interested into, or whatever, and either it surprises you or disgusts you or whatever, but you'll have a response to that particular subject, and it's okay. If you don't like it, it's okay. But you know what? Next time you're in a conversation and that thing pops up, you know something, so you didn't lose. Second thing is, you're one step shorter to arrive to what you are supposed to learn, or what you want to learn deep down. Finding your passion is very difficult. And sometimes you don't have one, you have many. And the problem is, people don't try to go where their passion should be. the usual thing, which is, you study to become either a doctor, engineer, or lawyer, whatever. Um, that's no more true now that it was 50 years ago. But people were understanding that and taking it as granted 50 years ago. And right now, Generation X and Generation Y and Generation Z, especially Y and Z, um, they start to to wander off because of the so many information that you get from internet, from wherever you go, you have all those informations coming through, and you just are pushed away from the path that you're supposed to take, and that you're told by your parents, your teachers, whatever. The problem, that is, um, uh, our professors are are from the 60s or the 70s at least, when you go into whatever school you are or university you are, and they hardly connect with the millennials in matters of aspirations, in matters of initiatives, in matters of the activities that they should be doing, and that the difficulty is that as I said in my last live, I myself had a lot of issues with my professors, because that was it didn't get through to them that I needed, not only wanted, but I needed to go somewhere else. With my learning, with my discovering, I needed to go somewhere else. For them, you needed to sit on that chair at the university, do whatever we tell you, and that's it. And that's not fulfilling to a millennial spirit. And that's why you find a lot of digital nomads. You find a lot of people that go and work in this industry and change job description, go into the other industry, because they're still trying to find themselves. And finding themselves is very difficult when people that are calling the shots are people that have a straight, narrow mindset in matters of what you can choose or not. So we have not only the obligation to see ourselves through and to look into what can be our passion, or what can be what do we want to learn, but at the same time we have to find a way to do it, even with the problems that you might find with the people that call the shots, or the directors, professors, whatever. I know it's difficult. I went through that difficulty myself, and I'm not preaching something. I'm 25 now, so just to put it in context, because um, just to make you understand that I'm not far away, or I'm not somebody who would who is talking to you from another planet. Um, those problems would still be here for more than 2 generations before things would, settle through. So we have that obligation towards ourselves. Before that, we talk about community and how we can change, how we can be leaders of our community. We need to talk about the fact that this is our obligation to ourselves to explore, the things that really matter to us. You can't know it from the start. You can't just say, okay, my interest would be that field. You can't say that, because unless you've immersed yourself in it in a way or another, you cannot really, you can't tell. And I'm saying this from experience. Especially that you don't have to have one field of expertise, or one thing that you like. You can have multiple, and that's okay. People try to push you and say like, oh, you need to focus. You have to focus. Yes, focus is good, but the thing is, it's very difficult to focus on something if you're not into it. And you need to explore to finally find what you want to, what you'll decide to focus on. And that's the thing. You're 20 something. Explore. You still have, I'm saying explore, not in, stay in your room and start reading whatever. I'm saying go out there and meet interesting people, do interesting experiences, try to get involved into your community. By doing all these great stuff, you're gonna find, what do you want to learn? And you know what? That's the greatest thing, is that once you find that, what do you tell yourself about why did you choose that field? The only reason for you to choose that field is, well, because I like it. Because I want to be in that field. Not because some teacher, some parents, some whatever told me to, but because I found myself into that. I will recap a little bit and then see you through. So, explore by doing as many activities as you can. Try, because our goal in life, it depends on each person, but we should strive for greatness. We should strive for leadership. Leadership doesn't mean that you are the CEO of a company. Leadership means that you can help push people to be the best they can be. Leader is not the person that stands on the top. It's the person that stands on the bottom and pushes people up. And that's the misunderstanding. A manager is a person that is up. A leader is somebody that nurtures the people that they work with. So you don't have to have some fancy title to be a leader. You need to see it as the development of others through you. And that's what we should strive for. We should strive to help other people find their way. And in that spirit, the activities of the exploration that you want to do, keep it linked to social good, to whatever aspirations you have, to meet them, to feel that you're doing good into society, even with your exploration itself. And once you get into that sweet spot where you feel that this is what connects most with me, it doesn't have to be one thing. I'm saying it again and again. It doesn't have to be one thing. But you'll feel that you are mostly feeling pushed towards one direction or another, even two or three at the same time, but it's okay. You can want youth development in the community side and want, AI or IoT in matters in matters of technology or work, whatever. So you can have those polarities, but you're gonna find yourself into a spot where it feels right. You have those two, three topics that you're passionate about, and it feels right. And then you go and you work on them, and you know you set on them to do great things. And another thing, it doesn't have to be your life's path. You can find throughout the way some other things that you want to accomplish. It's okay. We are not here to stay on one path and keep our lives with it. You need to understand that. Yes, it's good to be able to accomplish something before you move on. That's very important. If you go into a path, try to leave a legacy. Try to accomplish something within that path before going on to something else. But once you get that, learn how much ever you can into those topics, and place yourself in a position that you can help others that want to go into those topics. You know that's a tip. If you want to be the best you can be in that topic, place yourself in a position where you can help other people that want to go into that position, and have initiative to go over and beyond the things that you might find close to you in that topic. Try to go as far as you can. In matters of, a matter of learning, matters of experience, matters of actions. Go. And that's how you find your passion, and that's how you find what you want to learn really deeply. Thank you so much for listening to me, and